Dive into summer with Vizcaya swimwear. Stylish, comfortable, unforgettable. Make a splash with Vizcaya swimwear. Discover your beauty with LadyCode Cosmetics. Bold colors, flawless finishes. Unleash your confidence with LadyCode. Hello and welcome back to Misrepresented. I'm your host, Lisa Opie, and before I introduce today's guest, I want to thank the Code Creatives for the production of this episode, and also Pink Apple Dresses for dressing us, and of course, LadyCode Cosmetics for the glam. So without further ado, today's guest is Madison Nero. Madison is a national finalist for Miss Earth USA, a climate advocate, and the creator behind The Story of You, LadyCode's new palette inspired by memory, storytelling, and transformation. As a cruelty-free makeup artist and the president of the Citizens Climate Lobby chapter at Michigan State University, Madison bridges beauty and activism with a focus on accessibility and impact. Through her platform and her initiative, Metamorphosis with Madison, she empowers young people to embrace sustainability, self-expression, and leading with love. Welcome, Maddie.
Thank you.
So today we're on set. We're shooting a super exciting project, right? So why don't we start by you telling us all about it?
Amazing. I am currently a Miss Earth USA national finalist, and this year Miss Earth USA has changed the format. So we have competed on Pretty Down to Earth, which is the first ever pageant reality show in the US.
It's so fun. I've been watching. I'm obsessed.
I'm so happy that everyone's been enjoying it so far. It was an amazing time to film with everyone. But since then, we've had the opportunity to have a bunch of different challenges, and LadyCode was gracious enough to do a palette pitch challenge where we, as the top 11 finalists, got to share our ideas for what the next LadyCode palette would be. I came up with the Story of You palette, which is all about transformation, storytelling, memories. I used to use makeup to really escape, and it was something that was really important in my developing years. I did grow up in an abusive household, so being at my vanity allowed me to find so much strength, so much confidence, and really transform. So that's what I wanted to do through the Story of You palette, be able to show that transformation and connect it back to what makeup has done for me and show that transformative journey in the palette.
I love that. Yeah. And I was on that pitch panel, like, as soon as I heard your pitch, like, I think we were crying. I don't remember if you saw us crying or not, but we were tearing up. It was such a powerful story.
Thank you.
And the fact that you looped in all of the finalists into it was just, like, so special. And I was like, like, when you know, I knew, like, you were going to be our
appreciate
girl,
it. That means the world to me. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, of course. You did amazing. So how's that process been like so far? Like, tell me about yesterday and today and actually like being here and putting together your palette and bringing it to life.
Yeah, so I am just the biggest pageant fan in general. So to be sitting here, first of all, is an absolute honor. To be here in Miami is crazy to think that this year has led to all of this amazing things going on in my life. Today, we have been working really hard shooting, getting my vision brought to life, and you guys have been so amazing in helping execute that. We have the Code Creatives here helping with the shoot, and I have Kiara and Taya with me, who were the first and second runner-up to the palette pitch challenge, and having everyone involved in the palette was really important to me. I really recognized when you guys sent the email, that every finalist would be able to have a shade. And I wanted to tap into that and really allow everyone to feel included. Like I said, makeup was where I found a lot of my acceptance, a lot of my own personal self-acceptance. So I wanted this palette to encapsulate a lot of those feelings. I believe makeup is so much more than just what meets the eye. And I think it was important to make a palette that tapped into the more emotional side of it while still being fierce and glamorous.
I love that. And there was this video that Ariel, the director, sent to me, and I just love your reaction.
Oh my God.
It was such a special moment. So how did you feel when they announced that you won the pitch?
You know, going through the week of filming Pretty Down to Earth, I was having the best time of my life. Happy tears all the time, having the most amazing connection with my true sisters. These girls have become my best friends throughout this process. So to be sitting on the couch waiting to hear the announcement, I had a big feeling of peace come over me. Like you said, if you know, you know, and I really felt that this is what I was meant to do. I really thought that this would be the perfect pitch for me. When I got that email, my whole body was like, oh my God, I think I can really do this. And I put my mind to it. I kept my head down and I worked so hard on that presentation, and to be surrounded by so much love when that hard work all finally came to fruition was beautiful. Mm-hmm. You can hear all the girls in the background being like, yes, we told you, Maddie. It's so beautiful, and I'm eternally grateful for it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I had so much fun sitting down with you yesterday, just one-on-one, putting the colors together.
Yes.
So tell me about how you chose the colors and how like each detail represents a story.
Absolutely. So when we sat down, I thought it was really important to make this palette something that people would really want to use, something that people could grab every day and complete a fabulous look with, a pageant girl can use, or someone like me or like you who is doing a creative makeup look can also play around with. And I think we executed that really well. Going into naming the shades, I wanted there to be meaning behind everything that there was. So whether it's naming a shade Tea Time after my grandma and sharing that story about how my grandma got me involved in environmentalism, and, you know, that tea color is representative of my childhood and my grandma keeping me safe. And now I get to share that on my makeup palette and on my face and get so many other people to see that story. And there's so many other stories in every individual shade. And I think that will be a beautiful thing for people to see and for people to execute when they're actually using the Story of You palette.
I love that. And so being cruelty free is like super important to me. Obviously, we both love animals. Yes. We have our little white dog. Yes. So tell me what that means to you and why it's important to work with a brand that's cruelty-free.
Absolutely. So getting into makeup at a young age, I really didn't know anything about cruelty-free beauty. I have a huge makeup collection, like we said before.
I want to see it one day.
Chatting about all the makeup palettes we've collected over the years. I didn't have cruelty-free beauty starting out in the beauty world. So when I started with Miss Earth USA, one of my main platforms was Be Bunny Aware, checking for that bunny logo on the back of beauty products, because it is so hard when you go out shopping and realize that 88% of the 50 largest beauty companies are not cruelty-free. So insane. It's super important to support brands like LadyCode and use brands that align with cruelty-free beauty. Actually, the testing used, animal testing is so outdated. We have the science.
I know. We don't need that anymore.
Thank you. We have the science to not be able to do all of that and to not hurt animals in the process. So it is up to us as the consumers to buy makeup that aligns with our values and doesn't hurt the planet or our animals.
I love that. And I'm right there with you. When I started my brand, I was like, it's really important to be cruelty free, but also have a product that delivers.
Yes.
So I'm really happy are you happy with the pigment?
Oh my God. Yes. My hands were almost stained today. We got scared, but it's been so amazing to see everything come to life. And the pigments, the LadyCode team has just been so supportive of this whole process. And I really think that this palette will be something everyone can use and everyone can love.
I love that. Okay, one last question before we move on from the palette.
Okay.
What was your inspiration behind the creative direction of this shoe?
Ooh, so funny enough, I didn't think too hard about the idea. I really didn't think too much into it because the idea came to me. I felt this instinctual move to just go in this direction. One of my main inspirations was the movie Inside Out and how each of those memories is kind of, a little circle. So I thought that was representative of each shade. So that's kind of how the idea came to life. And then I was seeing a lot of just signs from the universe that this might be a great path for us to take. It felt very current, very modern. When Ariana Grande came out with her short story video, there is another moment in there where she has memories represented in those little core memory balls too. Wow. So it just felt like it all snowballed together into this perfect storm. And to be able to storytell through makeup is something that I've always done. If you go back and scroll on my makeup account when I was like 14,
They're
15.
so good. You're like a James Charles, like a girl James Charles.
Thank you so much. But it was just hours and hours of me, expressing my emotions. And there was often a lot of dark makeup looks, things that would express sadness, things that would express happiness. And it was an outlet for me. And I think that people oftentimes don't see art that way, and makeup is art. And I want this palette to be able to get that same thing across, that we have so much ability to tell our stories in so many different ways.
I relate to you so much because I was bullied for being Asian in school. So I had to teach myself how to make my eyes look bigger with makeup.
Yep.
And that transformation for me was healing. It's so messed up, but that's literally how I started doing makeup. And now it's like, that's my brand, is like the big eyes. So.
Yes. It's amazing what makeup can do for us, but also how much it can transform us mentally too.
Oh, for sure. For me, it's literally therapy.
Yeah. I love that. Makeup therapy is free.
So speaking of therapy, I just came back from Wyoming hiking. It was like therapy for me, right? Being outside of nature. And I know as a child, you were also taking a lot of nature walks to heal. So tell me about how that led you to caring about the environment and eventually Miss Earth USA.
So as I stated before, I did unfortunately grow up in an abusive household. I was placed into the custody of my aunt and uncle when I was 16. And after that time in my life, I really had to find myself again. That's actually when I signed up for my first pageant, was when I was in my aunt and uncle's custody, and I didn't tell anyone, but I knew I had to find myself again. And since then, I have had this incredible, what I like to say, metamorphosis or Maddie-morphosis.
I love Maddie-morphosis.
But oh my god, I have my butterflies on too. Okay.
It's so perfect. Oh my god.
I didn't do that on purpose, I promise.
Pink apple dress.
Yes.
That's the cutest dress. I haven't seen that one yet. It has to
Okay, I'm excited. Everyone, pink apple, here it is.
So cute.
But no, it's just been, tapping back into my childhood has been hard at times because I look back and I associate my childhood with a lot of negative memories, a lot of scary memories. But then when I think back to times with my grandma, I am really brought to those moments where we would slow down and we would go on those nature walks and we would feed the ducks bread, which you're totally not supposed to do. But she really just instilled this instinctual love for the environment into me. And it has been so amazing to continue my efforts with environmentalism because of my grandma. She unfortunately passed away from stage 4 stomach cancer last year.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. But she has left me a legacy that I feel so grateful to be able to honor every single day. And that is actually the reason why I founded Metamorphosis with Madison, which is a resource dedicated to building a future of eco-conscious leaders. So I'm using relatable advocacy, everyday advocacy, and hands-on involvement to really get the youth involved and inspired to be eco-conscious.
I love that. And you're talking about leading with love. So tell me what that looks like in action.
Absolutely. So leading with love is something that I like to practice in my day-to-day life. And to me, what it means is just leading with empathy, really thinking about everyone, every living thing around you, whether it's not killing the spider on the ground to calling your local senator and saying, hey, we need to support this climate bill. There's so many ways we can, have proper action that supports and loves everyone around us. We have one earth and we really need to take care of it. So looking at the earth in an empathetic way, realizing I can make a difference. I can make a change if I'm empathetic, if I lead with love. And that's what my grandma taught me to do. She wouldn't kill a spider. She was the one who was in the backyard in the garden with me and my sister. And memories like those have allowed me to really stay strong in my advocacy and recognize the greater good behind it, because it's maybe planting my garden won't change the world, but continuing to share that story or continuing to advocate through Citizens Climate Lobby will eventually make a difference. And when I get more people behind me through it, I know that the impact will just be even more lasting if we are leading with love.
That's so amazing. Oh my gosh. And just spending the past 2 days with you, I feel like I'm experiencing that as well. You're just so full of kindness and love.
Thank you so much.
You do practice what you preach. And you just touched on my next talking point, which is the Citizens Climate Lobby. Okay. So go ahead and tell me more about that.
Sure. So I am currently the president of Citizens Climate Lobby at Michigan State University. And Citizens Climate Lobby is a nonpartisan, nonprofit grassroots climate change organization. And we push Congress to address and implement climate policy. So last year I was the vice president. I've transitioned to the president role.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. So I am headed to Washington, D.C. at the end of July to lobby on Capitol Hill for climate legislation.
Wow.
Yes. And before that, I've had incredible opportunities to lobby Senator Alyssa Slotkin on the RISE Act for coastal restoration and the disaster protection.
Wow.
So it's really been beautiful to see I can make an impact on my state level. I've spoken to my Michigan senator, and I also got to make an impact in my community. I spoke to Tom Barrett's representative, Ron Kendall. He is the representative of District 7, where Michigan State University is located. Wow. Yes. And I got to talk about the Clean Act, and that advocates for getting those clean energy tax credits back to the people when clean energy is implemented into public spaces or with bigger companies. So that showed me that I can make an impact on my community, I can make an impact on my state, and it is my hope as the next Miss Earth USA to make that impact nationally.
I love that. Oh my, have you ever followed up with the congressman to see if they're actually supporting those bills?
That's actually something that we do through CCL, is to contact our representatives constantly, because
I love that.
Yeah, it can take 5 to 15 years for a bill to be passed.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, and people don't realize that because they often think that maybe climate is a distant issue, something we can deal with later, but we can't. It's coming sooner than we think, and it really is my mission to protect future generations from the impacts of climate change, and I think CCL is a great way we can do that. They offer so many resources on their website, scripts for you to call your senators and talk about what's really important for this earth, and it's been really empowering to step into this policy for me. I have always been more of like a makeup advertising girl, so then I'm like, am I really cut out to talk to a senator? But it has been so empowering, and I have to say, I am cut out to talk to a senator.
Oh my gosh, what was it like your first meeting? Were they nice?
Well, I thought it would be more intimidating, but it really just is a conversation. What people often don't realize about the government in general, they're not making the policy. It's kind of the people that are promoting what we want, and then the government and the politicians who will then hope to put what we want in place. So as a lobbyist, I'm pushing every single day to get climate policy put into place to protect future generations from climate change.
That's so amazing. Yeah. So moving along, I have to ask you, how was filming in New York?
Okay.
And did you know when you signed up that it would be a reality show?
Okay.
This is like a brand new thing.
Yes. So funny story, we chatted about this yesterday, but I signed up for Miss Earth USA this year as an appointed title as Miss New York Earth. And as I was just relaxing one day, I had my Misrepresented podcast on, and I was watching the episode with B, and she announced that this year the format change would be happening to a reality show for Pretty Down to Earth. So that is how I found out.
It's like a full circle moment.
Yes!
I love it.
Oh, it really is. It's so amazing. But since then, I honestly at first was like, whoa, can I do that? But this year has been a lot about gaining confidence for me. And I have to say, I don't recognize the person that I was when I watched that podcast last year. So
oh my gosh,
it's been so amazing to go through that transformation and
film. Metamorphosis.
Yes, you got it. And the Pretty Down to Earth filming was, I think, the culmination of all of that Metamorphosis coming together. I really was able to see all my hard work pay off. We got to compete in all aspects of the competition during filming, but I also have to say I had the best week of my life. Like, no doubt about it. I had happy tears all the time. We were staying up till 2:00 in the morning just chatting away, and it was a beautiful experience, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
What's your favorite memory from filming? Or your favorite challenge? Maybe a funny one.
Okay. My favorite challenge, I would say, would be one that you guys might not have seen yet, but it is the runway that we did at the Utica train station. Ooh. And we were there till like 1:00 in the morning, filming in our Jojo Burgais shoes.
Oh my god!
But that bonding, that late night together, really helped us come together as one. We were supporting each other. We were, working it out on the runway, and seeing everyone be so confident in themselves, but also seeing everyone support each other along the way was so perfect. And that was a day I'll never forget. Even if we were exhausted, even if our feet were hurting us, those memories are just perfect.
Oh my gosh, I missed filming because I wasn't there, but I FaceTimed Ariel one time, and it was like at 1 a.m, and you were at the train station, and she showed me everything. I felt like I was there.
Amazing.
I have to say, I cannot wait to see the footage, because just being on FaceTime, it looked beautiful.
Yeah, the Queen Beauty Network team were so supportive. I actually have a video from Ariel where she's, filming the camera is filming all of us going down the runway. She got a little behind the scenes clip for us, and you can hear the film crew being like, yes, she's working. She's
my gosh.
Are you kidding? My heart was bursting that we have that beautiful support behind us, and it was the best week ever.
Oh, I love the QBN team. I love Ollie, and I know she just put together like the best team for you guys.
Oh, she absolutely did.
So were you ever nervous about getting like a bad edit or something? Or like how is watching the show come out? Is it like meeting your expectations?
Yeah. I wasn't afraid of getting a bad edit because like you just said, I completely trust the QBN team. I completely trust Holly, Laura. And without them, I don't think Pretty Down to Earth would have been the experience that we all thought, you know, it might turn into something where it gets a little catty or where they try and implement drama that maybe is, you know, not real. But we didn't have drama there. We genuinely had an amazing time, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, last question.
Okay.
You could pick Team Pink or Team Green. And you could just pick which one.
Okay, I was only on Team Green the whole time, so I have to say Team Green, even though my Earth Queen Danielle and her palette are really haunting me on that one.
I know. But wow, you had green every time.
I did have green every time. It was random, but that's the way it worked out for me. I loved having Joan on my side. He's a good hype man.
Oh my gosh.
But it was so cool. My teammates were the best. I felt like I had accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish. This being one of them, winning the LadyCode palette pitch. I really wanted that as one of my main goals, and the week just went amazing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we're going to go to our this or that portion of the show.
Ooh,
I'm going to ask you some fun this or that. I feel like I just gave you one. Okay, so the first one is a dewy skin finish or a velvety matte look.
Ooh, I say I typically do more of matte because I think you can give yourself a little bit more of that dew with a good highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree. And the matte stays on all day.
Yes,
I'm right there with you. We have the same taste in makeup.
Yes, we
do. Thrifting a statement piece or swapping with a friend?
I've done both. The outfit I wore during my interview was from a friend, was from Gianna. But I also have a whole entire wardrobe of thrifted pieces from throughout this year. So I'm going to say both on that one, but probably I have more thrifted.
Ooh, okay. Clean skincare or refillable makeup products? You can say
Ugh. I'm going to do clean skincare because my skin has been loving since I've been starting doing some clean skincare.
Would you rather attend a climate campus rally or a digital activism post?
Well, I've done the first one, so I think the first.
Butterfly symbol or Phoenix Rising?
I think the answer might be obvious. We are in our Metamorphosis era.
If I knew, I wouldn't have written that question down. Would you rather have change that's slow and steady or big and bold?
Ooh. This year has been a big and bold change for me, and it's been very powerful. And I'm never been a big and bold person, but stepping into that has been very empowering. So big and bold.
I love that. Yeah. Exactly. Don't hold back. A nature hike with friends or a solo walk to recharge?
I do like my alone time, so I think I'll do a nice little solo walk.
Love that. A Sunday reset playlist or a podcast binge?
Oh, I'm a podcast girly all day. Yes.
You're here now.
Yes.
A Midwest fall or a West Coast summer?
See, I don't really go to the West Coast, so I have to say. Yeah.
Okay. Staying in to create or going out to connect?
Maddie is a sit at her vanity type of girl. I am always inside creating. That is where my happy place is, doing something creative, whether it's content, whether it's makeup. That's me.
I love that. Last one, eyeshadow palette collection or lipstick collection?
Well, I do have the eyeshadow palette collection already. So.
You're like my mini me. I think you're like the brunette version of me.
I will take over for Lisa when... I don't know when.
When I retire.
Or I'll join with you. This is
yes. Oh my gosh.
This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Questions real quick before we wrap up. Where can we watch Pretty Down to Earth?
Yes, you can watch Pretty Down to Earth streaming on the Queen Beauty Network, and you can also watch it on all your Roku devices, Apple TV, all the things like that. And I'm super excited for the rest of this journey to Miss Earth USA. And don't forget to watch the live coronation on July 6th in Washington, D.C.
Wait. That's like literally in 2 days.
I know.
Like,
I can't believe that.
This weekend. Oh my gosh. How are you feeling?
So coming here, I knew that this would be a hectic week.
Yeah.
I'm literally making a whole entire makeup eyeshadow palette. and then I'm going in 2 days to Washington.
Well, you're making the palette, shooting a campaign
Yeah.
for it.
See, I'm keeping the list shorter than it actually is, but this is a crazy time for all of us. I know you'll be coming to DC too, so I think this will be a culmination of a beautiful year coming together.
Wow.
And I can't wait to see the results. I've been waiting for almost a year to find out.
They've been making you guys wait. They've been making us wait.
It has been a whirlwind, but I don't know. I'm ready to get out of the roller coaster on this point, but the results are going to be exactly what they're meant to be, and I'm super excited for the weekend.
Amazing. And where can we follow you on social media?
You can follow me on Instagram at Maddie, MADDIE _Nero, NERO, on TikTok at Maddie Nero, and those are really the only socials I post on.
That's all we care about.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. I had so much fun with
Me
you.
too. Thank you so much, Lisa. It's been an honor working with you for the Story of You palette. And sitting here is actually just a dream for me, being a crazy pageant fan and a crazy Lisa fan. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yeah. So we gotta go. We have one more look to shoot, you guys. Maddie did the makeup for these, like the whole campaign. So she's gonna go do glam now.
Yeah, Lisa trusted me with glamming up the girls and
I
glam.
don't trust anyone.
That means everything to me. Well, now that me and Lisa are best friends, I think that's done.
There'll be more of this. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. I'm sorry.
Yay!
It's been a long day.